Hello there guys, this is Solid Shepard bringing you another video, and today we are talking about a new PlayStation studio that was just announced like a day or so ago. Now before we get into the actual studio itself and the post on the PlayStation.blog, we're going to talk about the woman behind the studio first. I think that's just right. You know, Bethesda, we're always talking about Todd Howard and stuff. He's like the face, whatever. So her name is Jade Raymond. She's going to be the CEO and founder of the studio. So we're going to be talking about her real quick. So I've done a little bit of research. I gathered some bullet points. We're just basically going to do some highlights of her career. So her first post-university job was as a programmer for Sony, where she eventually helped in the creation of Sony Online's first research and development group. Then after that, she moved to EA, worked as producer for The Sims Online. So that was like her first game gig or whatever. And then around 2003 to 2004, she joined the G4 program. If any of you who remember G4, it was like a video game nerd channel. But she joined the G4 program, the Electric Playground, as a part-time correspondent. And then also in 2004, likely after she was done with that show, she started working for Ubisoft Montreal, and she led the creation of the first Assassin's Creed game. So you have a large part to thank her for Assassin's Creed, if you're an Assassin's Creed fan. She then became executive producer of Assassin's Creed 2. She also became executive producer of new IPs such as Watch Dogs and The Mighty Quest for Epic Loot. And then in January 2010, she moved to Toronto to build a new studio for Ubisoft as managing director. Also, she was on the board of directors of WIFT-T, which is an organization for its advancement of women across the screen-based industries. In July of 2015, she joined EA again and formed Motive Studios based in Montreal. Also, she was in charge of Visceral Games Studio, where she worked with Amy Hennig on the now defunct Uncharted-like Star Wars game that we were promised and never got. Thanks for that, EA. Gotta love EA. He said dripping in sarcasm. In July of 2018, she was recognized for the trailblazing endeavors with the Vanguard Award. She also received the Pioneer Award. She was named in Variety magazine in 2018, as well as one of the 500 most influential business leaders shaping the global entertainment industry. On January 9th, 2018, she was named to the board of directors for the Academy of Interactive Arts and Sciences. In October of 2018, she left Motive Studios, alluding to a top-secret project. That project ended up being Stadia, so she left to basically be the head of Stadia's game development studio. And then this year, on February 1st, 2021, she announced her departure from Stadia, the Stadia Game Studio, as well as Google. Around the same time, Google had, announced that they were going to be winding down on their in-house Stadia games development, which I covered in the video. Not a lot of people watched it, but I'm sure you guys have heard Stadia has been winding down on games. Stadia is probably not long for this world. That's why I was always against investing in Stadia from the beginning. But that's not what this video is about. But that was clearly not her fault. That's Google. Google doesn't really stick with their endeavors. Anyways, that gets us to today, where I will be showing this article because it's not really an article for a website. It's a blog post from Jade Raymond, basically announcing that she is the CEO and founder of the new Haven Entertainment Studios, which is a new PlayStation studio. And here's what she has to say. It's been a strange and difficult past 12 months. The pandemic, social injustice, and job elimination have impacted many of my closest friends, family, and coworkers. All of these factors, paired with an inability to see friends and family face to face, lulled me into a kind of self-reflective cocoon where I had to ask myself some tough questions about what really matters. I've been making games for a long time, over 25 years now. I've had the opportunity to lead the creation of 2 highly successful original IPs and build multiple teams and studios from the ground up. Some of these adventures have been more successful than I could have ever imagined, and others less so. Several people have asked me recently, after all of these experiences, do you still want to be in the games industry? The answer is always an unwavering yes. The game industry is where I belong. Who wouldn't want to be in the games industry? That's the main reason I do this YouTube channel, so I can feel connected to the game industry. Whether it's playing Settlers of Catan with my kids or Valheim with my team, games continue to bring me joy. They're a way to relax, connect, and share experiences with people I care about. And the act of making games is, in many ways, even more fulfilling. Getting to bring together experts across so many different creative fields. From music composers to concept artists to programmers. Yes, programmers are creative too. Into a perfectly synced orchestra that delivers new worlds for players to explore. For me, there is nothing more fulfilling or rewarding I can imagine doing. As I took stock of my career over the last few years and started to think about what to do next, I came to a very simple conclusion. I need to get back to what I love doing most, and do so in a way that gives our team the freedom to explore, inspire, and create. And so today, I'm announcing Haven, an independent studio where many of the talented game developers I have worked with for years and love dearly are coming together to do what we are most passionate about. It's time for us to refocus on games in a place where we can practice our crafts without any barriers or impediments. We want to create worlds where players can escape, have fun, express themselves, and find community. We want to pour our passion into a project. We want to make something wondrous for people to experience. Because we believe in the power of games to bring joy to people's lives and something wondrous for people to experience. Because we believe in the power of games to bring joy to people's lives. And Sony does too. Their commitment to excellence is unmatched. It's why I couldn't be happier for their backing and support. I'm sure a lot of Xbox fans would probably argue with that, but PlayStation's first party stuff has been good in recent times. Together, we want to create games that are a haven, roll credits, for players, and we want to build a studio that is a haven for developers. Roll credits again. So while we don't have many details to announce today, I want the PlayStation community to know that Haven Studios is already hard at work on an unannounced IP. We can't wait to show you more. So there we have it. We have a new studio for PlayStation. So I don't know if this was in retaliation. They were like, crap, but they just bought Bethesda. We have to at least get a new studio in here. One more studio making exclusive games for us, or if this has been something that's been in the works for a while. It's probably been in the works for a while. Something like this doesn't just happen all willy-nilly. But, she has a lot of accolades, I'm not going to get into the politics side of her resume and all that kind of stuff, or what she might have said there about social justice and all that. That's not what this channel's about, so I'm not going to get into all of that. But she clearly has had a lot of success in the video game industry, so she's a boon for PlayStation. As long as she's making good games, which she's done in the past, it's a boon for PlayStation. So I think that's really cool. I was excited to do some PlayStation news because we've been hamming it heavy on the Xbox news lately. So I wanted to, get them PlayStation guys a video. And this was this was not breaking news. It's like a day old. But anyways, yeah, let me know what you guys think in the comment section below about this. We'll have a discussion. Do you think this is good? Do you think it's bad? Do you think this is going to be like I said, like a boon for PlayStation, or do you think it's not going to matter? what kind of games you think they're going to make. Let me know in the comment section below. We can have a conversation. And as always, if you are liking my content, please consider leaving a like. And if you haven't already, subscribe. As always, this has been Solid Shepard. Until next time, I should go.